In a peaceful town, there lived a family in a quiet corner of the city. This family had a boy named Alex, 12 years old, who was in the 6th grade. Alex was an energetic child, always full of energy and especially loved outdoor activities. His favorite sport was soccer. Almost every day after school, Alex would go to the nearby public soccer field to practice his skills. One afternoon, after coming home from school, Alex entered the house with a thoughtful and tired expression. He slumped down onto the sofa, opened his books, but just stared at the page for a moment before leaning back into the chair, his face showing clear disappointment. His father, who had just come in from the backyard, noticed the unusual change in his son's attitude. He walked over and sat beside Alex, gently asking what was bothering him. Alex shared that he had just received a poor grade in math. But what upset him more was that his close friend Liam, who lived in the same neighborhood, always scored high in that subject. Despite trying very hard, Alex still couldn't achieve good results like Liam. Hearing his son's feelings, the father said nothing at first. He quietly got up, went to the kitchen to get a glass of water for Alex, then gently told him to go relax in the backyard. Their small garden was surrounded by cool green trees, offering a peaceful and pleasant space. There the father began to share valuable lessons with his son. "Alex," he started, "from what happened today, I want you to remember 3 important lessons. These will accompany you as you grow up." Alex listened attentively, filled with curiosity. "Dad, can you tell me what those lessons are?" The father smiled kindly and replied, "You will understand each lesson through small challenges I will give you." After a moment of thought, he gave the first challenge. "Tomorrow, invite Liam to play soccer with you." Alex nodded, excited to accept his father's task. The next morning, the weather was fresh and sunny. After school, Alex invited Liam to the soccer field. As usual, Alex played extremely well. He scored 3 goals, leading his team to victory. Meanwhile, Liam was awkward and often lost the ball, making several mistakes. Still, everyone had a great time. That afternoon, Alex returned home eager to hear what his father would teach from this experience. As the sun began to set, Alex quickly cleaned up and ran to the backyard, where his father was waiting. He eagerly recounted the entire match, from scoring 3 goals to how Liam struggled because he was unfamiliar with soccer. The father nodded, smiling, and said, "Alex, the first lesson you just learned is, everyone has their own strengths. Liam may not be good at soccer, but as you know, he excels at math, while you are the opposite. We don't need to be the same. What matters is that you appreciate what is special about yourself and others." Alex thought for a moment. He began to understand. No one is perfect at everything, and not being good at math doesn't mean he is bad. It simply means his strengths lie elsewhere. Without letting his father rest, Alex quickly asked, "So what's the second lesson?" His father gently answered, "Tomorrow, pay close attention to what Liam does at school, especially when it involves numbers. Watch carefully." Alex agreed eagerly, feeling like he was embarking on an exciting adventure with his respected father as his guide. The next day, Alex went to school with a special mission in mind, to observe carefully everything Liam did, especially activities related to numbers. Throughout the day, he quietly watched his friend in class and during recess. He quickly noticed something interesting. Liam was almost always connected to numbers. During lessons, he focused on solving math problems and even finished his work faster than others. At recess, Liam didn't play much but sat solving logic puzzles. Sometimes he even counted the petals on a flower and helped friends calculate change when buying snacks. That afternoon, after playing soccer, Alex ran home to tell his father what he had observed. "Dad, Liam was counting all day. He counted petals, solved problems, calculated money. He practices all the time." The father smiled warmly and said, "And that is the second lesson, Alex. To be good at something, you have to practice regularly. Liam isn't good at math by chance. He loves it and practices every day, just like you do with soccer." Alex nodded, his eyes shining. He understood that progress doesn't come by magic, but through hard work and perseverance. Right after hearing the second lesson, Alex was curious and asked immediately, "What about the last lesson, Dad?" His father thought for a moment and said, "This time I want you to think a bit. How many times better do you think Liam is at math than you?" Alex thought carefully and replied slowly, "I think Maybe he's about 3 times better. His father smiled and nodded. Then your next challenge is, tomorrow, study math 3 times harder than usual. Do your best. Alex swallowed nervously but nodded, determined not to give up. The next day, after school, instead of going to the soccer field, Alex sat at his desk studying with great focus. 1 hour passed, then 2 hours. By the third hour, his head began to ache from the strain. Soon after, Alex fell asleep at his desk, exhausted. He woke him up. Time for dinner. Come join me in the garden. Alex quietly followed his father, feeling disappointed. I'm sorry. I tried, but studying so much made me too tired, and I fell asleep. His father gently patted his head and said, Alex, this is the third lesson. If you don't love something, maintaining discipline and effort is very hard. But if you love what you do, perseverance becomes much easier. After hearing his father's words, Alex sat quietly in the garden, deeply reflecting on the lessons. His father looked at him with loving eyes and continued, Son, if you want to be successful, either study what you love or learn to love what you're studying. Then learning won't feel like a burden, but a joy. Alex felt lighter than ever before. He understood that success depends not only on effort or luck, but also on passion and persistence. Not everyone is good at everything, but everyone has their own strengths. The important thing is to recognize and develop those strengths through continuous practice. From then on, Alex promised himself to always remember the 3 precious lessons from his father. Everyone has their own strengths. Success comes from regular practice. Loving what you do is the key to maintaining discipline and perseverance. The story of Alex and his father teaches us an important secret to success in life. If you want to excel at something, either love what you do or learn to love what you are learning. And that is the secret for anyone to become excellent and happy on their journey.